Hello, welcome back to Tekkit. Now, I wanted the others to be here when I did this, but I need to get a move on because I've got nothing else to do now. And this is quite ridiculous, the situation I'm in at the moment. I've just uploaded part 20, and, well, this is part 34, isn't it? So I hope you can understand the ridiculous situation I find myself in. I desperately need to upload things, and I hope you can understand that I am incredibly pissed off that the Yogscast are basically doing exactly the same thing I do, and my videos are appearing a couple of weeks later. But anyway, this is the factory. Not bad, I think you'll agree. So the stuff comes in from the quarry here, Transposer pulls it out, and I need to thank gamegenus.blogspot.com. I'll put a link in the description, because this is where I got this these plans from. Essentially, it goes into the sorting machine here. This uses Bluetricity. It's got one input, one output. And now, redstone pneumatic tubes automatically route items to the closest destination. So you need to use some careful planning. This here, with the X Factor logo on it, is a restriction tube, and that counts as 500 blocks. Now, I know there's only one way for it to go there, and it can't go back because that's the input. But if my many, by which I mean 4 years of computer science have taught me, it's that you can always rely on things to go horribly wrong when you think they're fine. So basically, it goes in there, it sorts stuff. I'll fill this up as we go along, basically, although I have got loads of stuff in chests over there, which I can use first of all, but I can't be bothered yet. If it's not matched to anything in there, excuse me, then it'll assign it the colour red. And as you can see, it'll come out here. The closest route, because it's only one block away, is the next sorting machine. That's the input there. But only items that are coloured red can go through this way. All the other ones will come up this way. And they'll go along this pipe, because as you can see, down there is the output, so it won't go in there, and it won't go through the red pipe. Again, down there is the output, and the other way is red, and it's etc. So they'll carry on, basically, everything that's been colour-coded. Stuff that hasn't been sorted will keep on being given the colour red, and it'll pass all the way through until hopefully it's sorted. If it's not sorted, then as you can see, the closest destination is that transposer down there. So that will pull it along into this chest, and this is the exceptions chest. So if anything ends up in there, then we can set it up in one of these filters. I've overcompensated with the filters here because it gives a bit of room for expansion. They're powered by Bluetricity. What I love about Bluetricity is that you don't need cables if the machines use it. So for instance, I've got these here, fully charged. They're not wired up, they're just adjacent, which is brilliant. So this is powered by my 6 thermopiles and 7 solar panels outside. The thermopiles aren't outside, they're in the basement. So, basically, general stuff. No, hang on. Okay, I can't remember. So basically, okay, scrap. So stuff like dirt, cobblestone, because I've got plenty of that, and I'll find that when I go mining and such. That's colour-coded green. Oh, no, hang on, let me start with the yellow. All over the place. This is the closest destination, you see, but only yellow things will go down there. So if it's not colour-coded yellow, it'll try to go here. But if it's not green, it'll try to go there. And if it's not blue, it'll try to go down there. Now again, here I've put in a fail-safe with this restriction tube and an extra chest. I mean, I've done this right, so nothing should end up there. But you've got to have multiple redundancies, whatever the phrase is. You've got a plan for things to go wrong, so things will end up there if they somehow make it through without a colour code. You never know, something might happen. Something might bounce back, you never know. In fact, that's probably what will happen. Things will bounce back, they won't be able to go that way if they're not red, they won't be able to go in the output of the sorting machine, so they'll end up in there. Okay, that's why I did it, that makes sense. Now, okay, so ores will go into the rotary macerator, which I've got a redstone torch behind, because when it was underneath, the transposer didn't work, which is annoying. And that'll get sucked out once I turn these on. Now these are really weird, they don't move unless there's actually something in them, which is odd. The ones up there move. It's very buggy. I've found things, they work sometimes, and then nothing will change and then they won't work, so it's very odd. And yeah, they'll go straight into the induction furnace, because this at the moment is not a production line, it's just a sorting facility for the stuff in the quarry. And then that gets pulled out through these pipes. Again, the idea of using glass covers, which is basically you cut a glass block in half with the hand tool by putting it on top in the crafting table, the crafting space. You cut that in half, you get a slab. You cut that in half, you get a panel. You cut that in half, you get, well, you get two of everything. Obviously, you just cut it in half. You get a cover if you cut the panel in half. And because that's part of redstone, they can sit in the same block as a tube. If you look over here at my MFSU, they can't go in the same block as a wire, so I had to raise them all up to make it a bit more even. Anyway, the extractor and the compressor aren't, why is it that? Oh, it's just not plugged in. Oh, I forgot I hadn't done that. Whoops. I got so preoccupied with all this wiring. Anyway, yeah, they're not hooked up to any chest, they're just for general use at the moment. I can get around to that later on if need be. What's the yellow? Yellow. Minerals, of course. So that's things like nickelite, tungsten, diamonds. Just stuff ores that you can't do anything with, basically. They just they shoot straight along this pipe into that chest. You can't put switches and wires and things, and repeaters, that's what this is, onto the glass covers, so I had to use stone covers. The green stuff, the scrap, goes in the recycler, and what scrap you get goes into the scrap chest, which is green, as you can see from the sign there. And that is pretty much it. So I'm looking forward to getting this going. We can turn that on, and I can finish wiring up this, although I might need to break some pipes. I completely forgot about that wiring. Oh, let me take you through the rest of the wiring. If we go up to the roof, the last couple of episodes when I was chatting to Rich, you would have seen the water towers. There are now 2 other ones. I thought, why the hell not? I need to turn these on once we get it sorted. I've moved this MFE as well, so that doesn't need to be painted anymore, but I thought there was no point in destroying it when it was already there. I actually need 3 engines, not 4, because when it was 4, it drained the pool. Which I didn't notice. But yes, that goes into there, which is empty at the moment because it all drained into the MFSU. This is my solar array, medium voltage. That provides a massive amount of power. I didn't realise how much power it generated. So I'm going to make another one of them. If need, up to the door there. That comes straight down here, and that gets routed straight into the MFSU. The stuff from the water towers. See, the other MFE was up there, but because I put the MFSU in the middle, I moved this down here. I thought, why the hell not? And that comes through there. That's colour-coded blue, because blue is for water. The solar panels are yellow because of the sun, and I wanted to paint the output black, but you can't paint them black for some reason. Even though you can make a black roller to paint them with, you can't actually paint them. So I made it red for danger, I suppose. Anyway, that's doing well. That's just from that panel. It goes up in thousands, it's astonishing. Anyway, if we go down to the basement, I'll show you some more of this power. I hate having those torches there. I wanted to hide everything, but it didn't bloody work. Oh well. Right, you can see here it splits up, so that goes to the recycler, that goes to the rotisserie macerator, and here this is a transformer. It is a medium voltage transformer, which takes the 512 EU per tick current from the MFSU and turns it into 128 EU per tick, ready for the furnace, because the furnace is a tier 2 machine, and I think the creator of the mod either can't figure out how to make the transformer upgrades, which upgrade tier 1 machines, which accept 32 EU per tick. One transformer upgrade means it can accept 128, 2 upgrades, 512, 3 upgrades, 1024. But because this is a tier 2, I think it must be a bit complicated to code. I think they could probably do it, and I'm with them on this, I can understand. The induction furnace is so fast anyway, there's no point. You don't really need upgrades. But as you can see here, I've got 2 transformer upgrades and an overclocker for good measure. I was going to make another one actually. And here I've got the upgrades. No upgrades, of course. Upgrades and upgrades. The centrifuge extractor, look at that. 3 slots for the output. I'm pointing at the screen, you can't see that. That's brilliant. It means if I need to make an overclocker, I can make 3 at a time. Which is brilliant because those bloody coolant cells don't stack, do they? Nightmare. Anyway, down to the basement. Maybe I should move that fence. Oh yes, I replaced the torches with glowstone. Seems sensible. Everything else is glowstone. You can see the pipe. I love these. I love what you can do with the glass here. It's brilliant. Thermopels, I think you've seen them, which I showed Rich. There you are. That comes down here. These are repeaters. They act as diodes as well. So this left side is the only input. So when the repeater the timer goes round and sends a signal back, it won't go back and screw up the other ones. But anyway, this is the generation game. This is the shame room where you can hurl abuse at the exceptional items. They should be assaulted for being different. We're bullies here at Termco. So I mean that's pretty much it. What I came on here to do, I should have timed this, bollocks. See, when I'm on the Pokemon, which I'm taking a break from because frankly it becomes a bit of a chore after a while. It's not like this where there's always something extra to do, you know. Oh well. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this oily well on. A well of oil. Now this will take a little while to warm up. What I do want to do is make some more rooms in this tower. Just make a crystal dome as well. I need to figure out how to do a sphere. Presumably if you get the diameter and made one circle on the x-axis and another on the y-axis, you could then see the diameter of each circle on each level. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Oil! We have oil. Didn't take long. I suppose there's a spout right there. Problem is the pumps are exceptionally slow when it's when they've just started. There it goes. Oily MacGuffin. I'll actually turn these on as well. Love this jetpack. Makes life so much easier. I also went to the Nether a couple of times and got a load of glowstone. First of all, because it has a great EMC value. And, well, first of all, glowstone because it has a great EMC value. Get my mouth around this sentence. And secondly, I got a load of netherrack and soul sand to make nether brick and soul sand. You can't make it into anything. And then you combine nether brick and soul sand to make this thing, which I've never heard of before. An infernal brick, like that, you see. You get 4 of them per brick, essentially. Nether brick. And that looks quite cool. I want to make something out of that. I want to make my reactor chamber. I'm going to have a lot of reinforced stone, reinforced concrete, can't remember what it's called. I think it was there, actually. Stone, there we go. Yeah. Make a lot of that. And get a lot of obsidian as well. So I can essentially just make it nice and safe. I've chosen a reactor design, a reactor layout for the inside of the chambers that is safe. You can leave it alone, but better safe than sorry. And you can get little screens as well with readouts of you know, how it's doing, the heat and stuff like that. It's pretty cool, all the stuff you can do. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to dig out a hole and make all the stuff, and yeah. I'll do another video, make another video when it's done. I also need to make that other solar panel. MV solar array even. Then I need to make a cool little enclosure. I'm still unsure about where to put the solar nuclear reactor. I was thinking on the roof with all the other stuff, but I thought that's a bit silly. I might give it an extra building, I think, because then I can have I can surround it with infernal brick and give it a reinforced door and all sorts. I think that'd be pretty cool. Not entirely sure where to put it though. I reckon I kind of want to put it out the way just in case something goes wrong. I'm very paranoid. But here would be a good place if I'm honest. But I want a big kind of complex. I've got just over 1 stack of infernal bricks, so should be alright. Let's see. Okay. Charging up nicely. Yum. How's that doing? That'll come down from there into here. Made a load of this glass fibre cable as well. Good stuff. I'm hardly getting any power, I imagine, at the moment. In fact, it's not moving anywhere, is it? Have I got the output in the right place, I wonder? That one is. Where's my tools? There we go. That's not hooked up yet. Yes, it is. Oh, that's why I'm not getting anything, is because this is hooked straight up to that one, isn't it? I really need to hook up to this one. Anyway, I'll do that now, in fact. Just double check the output on this. Yeah, the output's in the right place. That's why I'm not getting any, because it's going straight into here. Okay. So, let's get rid of that. Pop. Then, let's see, if I go down here, I just make an electrolyzer as well. Not sure where to put that. Anyway. Let's see. Over here. Ba -ba 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 -ba. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a hole. Right, I'll paint these as well. I can paint that one. Oh, bloody hell, I need my paintbrushes. I'm not really sure what to sort these into. So I just left them all here. Thought it was fair enough. Oh, they're painters, aren't they? So let me see. Water and output. There we go. Okay, these are pretty cool. You make these. Oh, damn it, you can't see it. I'll show you here. There we go. Painter bone meal, or painter, there we go. There you are. 2 bits of iron and 3 bits of wool. Doesn't matter what colour, I don't think. And then you combine that with a dye of your choice, and you get the coloured painter. Pretty cool. Right. That one, that one, that one. The next one for good measure. Just in case. And where am I going with this? I'll go across here, and there we go. Oh, I've got my directions muddled up. There we go. Across here. You should have seen it earlier. I had half the floor up. It looks brilliant now. I did have the MFSU over here, but I decided to move it to the middle. Let me see. I didn't need to dig that far down, really. Any worries? Okie dokie. You can sail the 7 seas. Okie dokie. You can find a shark with knees. I've run out of cable. Oh, I have got more. I just put it away. Silly me, I just picked it up and didn't think that I actually needed some. There we go. Oh, put it in the wrong place. There we go. And that up there. Along here. Normally I try to make it look fancy. As you can see here, I've covered all the visible areas with bricks, and I'm going to need to do it down there as well. But for this section, it doesn't really matter because now this is going to fuck things up a bit. Hang on a second. There we go. Sorry. Okay. Is it daytime? Oh yeah. Awesome. That's charged up now. Oh. So that should be getting both of these now. Awesome. The ability to paint cables is brilliant. I'm so glad this is in the game. I'd be completely lost without it. Oh. Didn't think that through. No worries. I shall just get myself from the building materials. There we go. Glass cover. There we go. It doesn't sit in the same block, which is quite annoying. But as long as you can make the others around it do the same thing, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's a little awkward there. But I mean, you just put them in groups. Like I said, it's irrelevant. Irrelevant. That's a noise an elephant makes. Oh man. There we go. I can't get these. They're too far away. Okay, actually I didn't need to, oh bloody hell. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Ugh. Right, because I'm going to block that bit off, so I didn't need to do up there. I do need to do here. Oops. Half of these you probably can't see, but I think it's better to go further beyond the boundaries. I'm going to run out of... I have run out. Bollocks. I've got some more. But yeah, better to go further beyond the boundaries, just be on the safe side. Oh, there we go. I think I've got enough there. Yeah, condenser bubble as well, which is handy. Right, then... Put them there, that there. I like to paint everything in this cube. just to avoid confusion. For the avoidance of doubt, as I like to say. Then no, I need that bit out to get back. Oh man. Likewise there. What am I on? Okay. There and there, brilliant. So then you can't really see. There we go. Overcompensation. That's what it's all about in my mind. Multiple levels of redundancy. Let's see how our oil is doing. Actually, let's see how this is doing. Seems to be going a little faster. Can't really tell. I worry that I've done something wrong here because I moved things about. Yeah, what was working fine before. You worry, don't you? Oh yeah, see that's going. So it's just getting pulled out too quickly. I think that's all it is. Right, awesome. Let's see how our fuel's doing. Let's have something to eat first. Yum, 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 yum.